Europan War One led to 10 million casualties in the course of 4 years, leading to many historians, or leading to many nations thinking that a second European war like that would never happen again. They were sorely mistaken when European War II started. Historians argue how the war started, whether it be bloodlust, tech getting too powerful, or some external reasoning. The war most likely started after Ragnite mines in Muscovy and in Edinburgh's colonies started running out of Ragnite, and they started needing to take over other nations to support their growing Ragnite facilities. A boom in Ragnite technology after the First European War and further expansion of the newfound tanks and mechanized warfare that had been used so effectively by the Imperial Army during the First European War led to differing ideas on tactics that would be during a second war, if it were to ever happen. The war led to over 75 million casualties, whether it be civilian or military. The growing armies growth on the imperial border led to a dispute between the two massive factions when a border dispute happened over the newfound borders along the Ausland line. In the first 2 months of the war, in 1935 EC, the Imperial Army had taken over a third of the Federation's total territory. During which the casualties led to 1 million within the first 2 months of Federation casualties, as the Imperials used these newfound technologies, being tanks. What beautiful devices they are, seeing as the Federation just thought, it had a bad syndrome of just do the same thing you did last time, being trench warfare. That doesn't really work when the Empire have tanks. The Federation's few tanks were outdated interwar tanks from World War I tanks, or European War I tanks, where they were highly outdated comparatively to the brand new heavy tanks that the Imperials were using. These led to high casualties for the Federation's mobile warfare ideology of just stick one tank in every platoon, hope for the best, because one tank's totally gonna fight off half a million. Yeah. In the course of the first 2 months, the Imperial Army had taken over a third of the Federation's remaining territory, leading to desperate assaults by Imperial or by Federation leaders just to try to take back land so that they didn't, get fired. During these assaults, there was one plan that that had quickly grown in popularity within the Imperial High Command, or not Imperial, Federation High Command, which was Operation Northern Cross. The Finnish equipment hit the docks of the Federation in March of 1935 EC, just when the Imperial Army entered Gallia for the second time in the past 20 years. And Operation Northern Cross was formed using these newfangled tanks, and they used the tactics the Imperials were using so effectively. I actually have transcripts of the journal from a man, one of the commanders of the Operation Northern Cross squads, named Claude Wallace, and he has a lot of things to say here. Just one. We're here to end this war and go back home. End quote. Alright. Any others? When all things look impossible, we get through it. Crap like that. The operation started in July of 1935. The Imperial Army Group North was hit hard, being pushed back day by day, hour by hour, causing the Ranger Corps spearheading the attack with brand new Minute tanks and Lenfield weapons. They hit faster than the Empire did in the first months of the year. 12 divisions hit the Imperial Army with 2 million men taking part in the battles. Ensure that ensued. Battalion D of the 101st Ranger Division is one we're going to focus on later on in the next part. But first, we have to explain Operation Northern Cross. You see, they had the idea that, if we just push in a straight line, straight to the capital, it'll work, right? Only, that's not such a smart idea, especially seeing as they also have tanks. Tanks encircle enemy troops if it's thin enough, if it has a thin enough supply line, and now, guess what? You've lost 20 divisions of troops. Just as the Imperial Army did in the first invasion of Gallia in the first Europan War. It's too bad nobody learns their lesson the first time. So the Empire quickly was trying to just consolidate as much territory as possible. So they pushed back. They pulled back to the Siegfried line, taking divisions from Army Group South and Center, just to field a defense. One important platoon that we will focus on in the next video, as they become very interesting, is Ausbruch from the Army Group South. They were the ones spearheading the attack in the first assaults, but that'll have to wait until next time. Subscribe and subscribe. Watch these videos. If you do not understand a jack shit that just happened, yeah. Have a fantastic day and a fantastic life. Goodbye.